Hi Sequels friends, I am so excited to share with you guys October sales. When I was pulling these numbers, I am shook. I can't believe it, but I have actually hit a new record sales month. Yes, October has been rocking and rolling, and I am so excited to share all the nitty-gritty details with you. So let's get right into it. Hi Sequels friends! It is so wonderful to have you here today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you happen to be new here, my name is Heather and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, and dabbling in thrilling. And I use this YouTube channel to document my journey. Today we are doing a what's sold for the month of October, and I have so much to share with you guys, so let's get right into it. For the month of October, my sales came in at $2,410.06. Now those are gross sales, and if you've watched me for any sort of time, you know that I could give a hoot about gross sales, because the only thing that really matters to me is how much money goes in my pocket, and that is net numbers. So let's talk about how much money I actually made after platform fees, cost of shipping, cost of goods, and all the like. I ended up making $1,601.89. Yes, this is a new record for me. First, let's compare it to last month, which was September, where I only made $998.40. So I did have a 60% increase to September. My most profitable month to date was this past April. And in April, I ended up netting $1,468.50. So this month is now my new record sales month, and it is actually a 9% increase over that last highest month of April. I also thought it would be interesting to compare October of this year to October of last year. Now, October of last year was my first real foray into reselling during holiday, and I made a whopping $528.67, and I was damn proud of it. I probably have a what sold video if you go back and look through the what sold playlist about how excited I was to make that money. So I am actually have tripled my sales this October to last October. The reasoning for that will have a lot to do with expanding upon platforms. I'm now on Etsy and Thrilling, and I wasn't on those two platforms before. I also am keeping a little bit higher of an inventory number, but to be honest with you, the majority of that reason is because I've been using Super Posher this whole year. It is a sharing program that helps share my Poshmark closet, which dramatically increased my sales. If that's something that you'd like to learn more about, just leave me a comment below and I will add that to my topics to create videos on. It stands to reason that since I had higher dollar sales, that I'd have higher unit sales than the previous month, and I ended up selling 75 units versus last month's 52. Now, I do like to note that is a 42% increase in unit sales on a 60% increase in dollar sales. Whenever those dollar sale increases are higher than the unit sales, you know what that means? That means we made more money per average sale. While my ROI has stayed basically the same at 66 versus 65, my average sale price shot up. Last month it was $19.20. I've been having a goal of increasing it over $20. I've been hovering right at that $19 range, $20 range for about 3 or 4 months. This month I am happy to report that my average sale price came in at $26.42. Anybody who's been watching me for a while, can you even flippin' believe it? I'm shocked. I can't believe it. All I think about in my head is congratulations, Heather, for 2 seconds. And the rest of the time, all I'm thinking is, how can I maintain it? Can I maintain it? Will I be able to maintain it through holiday? Is there any way that I can maintain this? So stay tuned. We shall see. Some interesting facts I always like to share with you. what percentage of items netted me over my $20 goal, and then also give you kind of an idea of what percentage is vintage, as I have gone out after the vintage market in the past year that I wasn't going after, just dabbling in, but wasn't really going after it last year, and that has helped to increase my sales as well. 28% of my total sales ended up netting me over 20 bucks. That is versus 27% last month, so we're pretty much right on the same path as we have been on. 14 of the 21 items that sold for over 20 bucks were vintage. That is 67% of that amount, which is crazy to me. Just to reiterate, that vintage does bring in the money, and I don't seem to have as hard of a time hitting my dollar average sale price goal when I am selling vintage. And I wanted to share with you, because I haven't shared this before, but break it down by platform. 6 of those sales were on Poshmark, 9 were on eBay, 4 were on Etsy, and 2 were on Thrilling. Yes, I was a little bit surprised that I sold more vintage out the door at over 20 bucks on eBay than I was on Etsy, Thrilling, or Poshmark. Now 26% of my total sales, no matter what the average sale price came in at, were actually vintage goods. And that is actually a slight decrease from the last month or so, where it had been 33. But if I take an average of the entire year, it had been at 18%. So I am increasing the amount of vintage that I'm purchasing, which thereby increases the amount that I sell, which thereby increases my average sale price. Markdowns are now at their average of 8%. They had been up as high as almost 20%. I've reiterated this in the last several videos. Summertime is definitely a time to have a significant amount of markdowns. People are looking for them, but we are moving out of markdown season and getting back into regular price goods, which is awesome. So there's where we're at. Let's go over my favorite handy dandy charts that tell you what's sold by category and what's sold by platform. Category selling right now, accessories. Surprise, surprise, because what's in there? Scarves. And scarves have definitely picked up as of the start of October, as soon as the cooler weather came in. What else is in there? Jewelry. No surprise there. I've been listing it like crazy. I believe I have 100 pieces of jewelry, which means a quarter of my entire, no, I think I'm at almost 500 units. So 100 of the 500 is just in jewelry. I really want to buy some more jewelry boxes because I know you guys love those unboxings, but I need to sell through a little bit of jewelry before I feel comfortable buying some more. And then also at the top of the list are shoes, which is normally at the top of the list. That is performing really well. I do have some categories marked in charcoal right here: bags, intimates, men's jackets, and men's shorts, which I have sold through all the inventory that I have. Now, men's shorts I'm not really worried about because we're going out of season, but I do think it's worthwhile to note I need to be on the lookout for some more bags. I need to be on the lookout for more intimates, which I think has been on my list for the last 2 months now. And I may need to pick up one more men's thread up box before the holiday season hits. When I say before the holiday season hits, I really mean get it listed before after Thanksgiving. Sales by platform, and you will notice that there is a new platform on here because I have been starting to have regular Thrilling sales, so it was time to put Thrilling on the list. As per usual, the majority of my sales are coming from Poshmark. 49% of the units sold on 46% of the inventory. On eBay is coming in second, 37% of the units sold on 28% of the dollars. I think I said that wrong the last time, but you guys know what I mean. As you can see, I do end up making less dollars on eBay based on the units. I tend to sell a bit more markdowns and stuff over there, but this is really interesting. So on Etsy, I did 6% of the total units, but 20% of the total dollar sales. I almost made as many dollars on Etsy as I did on eBay on way less units. And you're gonna see when I talk about my BOLO items Why that is I had some really nice higher price sales on Etsy. On Thrilling, I did 4% of the unit sales on 6% of the dollars, and I had no Facebook sales. Let's get into BOLO items, and as I do, I will put a picture of it right here so that you can see what I'm talking about, and they are in order of when they sold, because I'm just going down my spreadsheet here, starting with the first item. This is a really rare, fun Christine Phillips, very 80s vintage, ugly. I don't call it ugly. I think it's fantabulous, but it's kind of that gaudy goodness sweater. This came in a Jomar Sweater Weather Viscose Girl box. I ended up taking an offer on this. I had it listed for $69. It did have some small holes in it. It did have a bit of fading on the patches. So when somebody offered me on eBay a little bit less, I ended up taking it. They offered me 40 bucks. All in, $48.99 with shipping. After cost of goods and platform fees, I ended up netting $28.40. Do not sleep on the crazy 80s sweaters, especially if there's some fun different texture to them, like this one with the mohair quality and the leather. This men's Banana Republic modern wool coat. This, I believe, I'll have the picture here because memory, I sold 2 wool coats and I forget which is which, but I think this is the blazer. I think this is the blazer. This came in a men's thread up box. I sold it on Poshmark, took an offer for $45 and ended up netting $31.22 after cost of goods and platform fees. This men's Vineyards Fine, I have had this forever. It came, I believe, in a men's thread up box based on that pricing there. Yeah, the same men's thread up box as the last Banana Republic. I've had this forever. I've gotten so many lowball offers on it, and every time I got a lowball offer on it, I would check current sales to see if like the value wasn't there anymore and the price dropped, and it never had. I swear to you, some of my worst lowball offers are on men's product. I had it listed for $49, ended up selling it on eBay for full asking price with shipping included, all in at $57.99 and netted $33.05. When you know something is worth something and you see it, skip those lowball offers. You might have seen this in a recent Ship With Me vlog style video I did. Really adorable, kind of like a microfiber belted dress. It is vintage 80s, and looks like I nabbed this at maybe the bins because the price is low. I sold this on, I'm getting too many platforms to tell by my check marks what platform I sold it on. I believe this is sold on Etsy. And so therefore it sold for full asking price of $49, and after everything I ended up netting $36.57. $36.57 on bins goods. Hell yeah, every day. This, let me tell you, this sale, oh my God, I was on pins and needles until this was reviewed. It sold on Poshmark, thank God, because there's less of a chance of it actually being returned, but I just wanted to make sure that she was happy with it. I ended up thrifting this at Salvation Army for $4.99. I picked it up because the quality of the leather was superb, and it's navy, and I do really well with navy bags and shoes because they're kind of hard to find. When I researched this, I knew the name sounded familiar. It sounded like a designer. I did not know how much it would go for. It is an 80s Bottega Veneta. Let's check the pronunciation. That didn't help because there's multiple pronunciations out there. Bottega Veneta, Bottega Veneta. Potato batata. Either way, this beauty I listed for $249 based on comps and was hoping to make at least $150 on it. When somebody offered me $200 on Poshmark for it, I said, hell yeah. Nervously waited until she gave me a glorious 5-star review. Thank you so much. And I ended up making $155.01 profit on this piece. Beautiful Joanne Leslie houndstooth wool skirt. I just bought this at Goodwill at regular $4.49 price. I picked this up because it has total dark academia vibes, perfect going into fall holiday dressing. Listed it for $39, took an offer on Poshmark for $35, and ended up netting $22.01. These skirts you can find thrifting all day long, and even at full Goodwill prices at my Goodwill of $4.49. I don't know what your skirt prices are, but if you can get them under the $5 range, you could definitely make 20 bucks all day long. I actually think that houndstooth skirt may have come from Salvation Army at $4.49, but I can't remember. But the reason why I think that is because this next item I think I got at Goodwill because it's $4.19, and $4.19 sounds more like Goodwill pricing. 80s Karina beaded plus size top. I've sold a handful of these vintage beaded items. They're really heavy in tops, in dresses, skirts, and specifically multiples in plus size. People love these. These look gorgeous with some distressed high-waisted 90s jeans, as well as gorgeous if you want some cocktail dressing but you want to wear pants. This one I listed for $49 and I sold it for $49 on the Thrilling platform. Thrilling, in case you do not know, only takes 10%. I am working on a video for that platform, since several of you guys did say that you would be interested in that. So be on the lookout for that coming shortly. Because they only take 10%, I ended up netting $39.91. This vintage 80s New Departures dress, it cost me next to nothing, so I must have nabbed this beauty in the bins. Color blocking, 80s, love this silhouette. This one also sold on Thrilling, which is interesting because anytime I've sold something on Thrilling, I sell something else that same day. It must hit the algorithm if you have a sale on it. This one sold for $39 and I ended up netting $34.18. These vintage 90 alter ego square toe mesh, totally 90s heels came in a Jomar vintage shoebox. I ended up listing them for $69. On Etsy, I offer free shipping, but I usually build the shipping in on things where the shipping prices are higher, like shoes. So these sold for $79 and I ended up netting $56.40 after everything. I know. Great. That box, I can't wait to share it with you. I'm really surprised by how well it turned out. Men's Banana Republic top coat. This is the other one. This is a coat in camel. Came in that same men's thread up box. Ended up selling it on Poshmark for a full asking price of $149 and ended up making $114.42. This was in my travel to thrift video for Charlotte. It is a bit blue denim jumper plus size. If you watch that video, you know I nabbed a ton of plus size items while I was out there, vintage. This one I had listed for $59. Somebody offered me lower price on eBay and I accepted it, so they were $54 all in and I ended up making $27.52. You also saw in that Ship With Me vlog this beautiful boho bell sleeve dress that I picked up at the bins, listed it, and it sold like within 2 days. It ended up selling on eBay. I had it listed for $79. They made an offer and they were $67 all in, and I ended up netting $48.36. This vintage Karen Miller, I have had this since December of last year. I found this in the bins. And it is basically a lace overlay gown with a top. Very 80s, very mother-in-law wedding, mother of the bride wedding kind of look. I ended up finally selling it for $59. Took an offer all in at $59 on eBay and netted $37.36. I do believe that price was lower. I probably started that out at about $99. This New York Studio genuine leather belt. It's made in Italy. I picked this up while out thrifting. It only cost $1. I picked it up because it was leather. I did not notice the cracking on the underside. I listed it. It ended up selling on Etsy for full asking price of $29, and I made $21.64. So if you are out thrifting and you see belts, pick them up, especially vintage genuine leather belts. And if it says made in Italy or anything like that, definitely pick that up. It is worth it. I am surprised to know how much money I would have gotten for that if it wasn't damaged. This Philosophy dress came in, I think, a thread up mixed clothing box. I ended up taking an offer on Poshmark of $35 off the $44 asking price and netted $20.13. Here is a bundle. Oh my gosh, and I love this woman from California. She was the nicest lady ever. We got to chatting. She picked up 2 pairs of Charles Jordan pumps. These came in my Jomar vintage shoebox. You could see how well these items from that Jomar vintage shoebox are doing. And I actually have one more pair I haven't listed. I thought they were listed, but I think I was holding off on listing them because they had scuffing on them, but I ended up getting it out with Magic Eraser. So I got to get those babies listed because all of my Charles Jordan pumps have sold. They were all dead stock, new with tags from Saks Fifth Avenue, if I remember correctly. She bundled up these, so I gave her a deal, and I ended up making, the way I priced it out based on the bundle, I ended up making $23.83 on the black patent leather pair, and the silver pewter, I didn't know what to call it, I ended up making $29.39. Very pleased with those sales. This gorgeous, lovely, men's vintage moto jacket came in that Viscose Girl sweater weather box from Jomar. It's gorgeous, everything about it, but it does have a smell to it. I'm assuming part of it is age and part of it is smoke. It was just a real 1960s motorcycle man who had this jacket. I ended up selling it for $239 on Etsy and netted $202.21. Who would have thought Hager Cool 18 Pro shorts came in a, why do I always have a hard time remembering this? It's the baggage claim. Came in a baggage claim men's short bag. I took an offer on eBay. They were $35.99 all in and ended up making $23.02. And the last 2 sales of the month that netted me over 20 bucks. The first one, holy crap, guys. If you watched my other What Sold video where I talked about the Hush Puppies and how the Hush Puppy shoes sold for way more than I thought I would, here's another one for you. Tell me if you ever thought that this would sell for this price. New with tags Express black ankle boot from Express. I sold them on eBay, had them listed for $44, but was expecting to get $34 for them. Actually sold them for $47.99 all in and made $22.40. I think I'm a little shocked that I netted 20 bucks on Express boots. And then last up, these Lululemon men's Kung Fu pants. I think you probably saw these in my last Goodwill Bins haul. They do have damage on the back leg. I did take pictures of that and denote it. I listed them for just $29 because I didn't want the price to be so outrageous because they were damaged. And sure enough, somebody came in on Poshmark and bought them for the full asking price of $29. And because my cost of goods was only $1 that Bins trip, I ended up making $22.20. Oh my gosh, guys, can you believe it? There are some killer sales in there and some really decent prices. So overall, a really, really great sales month. I can't wait to see what happens for holiday, and I kind of have higher expectations because of how well October is coming in at. So what do you guys think of this what sold video? What was your favorite item that sold? What motivated you to be on the lookout for some of these items when you're out thrifting on your own? So as always, I would love to hear from you guys. So always feel free to leave your comments in the section below. And if you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? I would love for you guys to do it. If you watch me, bless you. And if you haven't done so already, it costs you nothing and it really helps out my channel a lot. Please do consider going ahead, hitting that subscribe button, and while you're there, hit that bell notification icon so that you are notified every Tuesday and Friday when I upload new videos. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and I so have fun conversing with you guys in the comment section below. Thank you for all of your support, your watch hours, your likes, and your shares. They mean the world to me. I will see you on Friday with some more reselling content, and I hope you guys have a fantabulous week. Bye! So this October, Max is growling at himself in the mirror. Hey bud, it's you. It's you. Look, it's you. It's you, silly. Look. It's you. Yeah, look, it's you. Handsome fella. Who'd you think it was? It's you, silly. Don't be growling at yourself. You weirdo. You weirdo. You look in the mirror all the time and never growl. Is it because that plant's there? Did that plant mess you up? You goofball. It's okay, buddy. You're a good boy. It's okay. Look, it's you. Yeah, touch him. It's you. Yeah, see? It's you. All right, go settle. Come on, out. Go lay down, go settle. Show me. Time to settle. Time to settle. Go on. Go on. Bye. I'm filming videos. Bye. Go settle. Go on. Your bed settle. Your bed settle. Go on. Love you. Bye. Dude. Do we have an inability to listen today? I love you, handsome.